Yes, let me get back to you on that. Oh, the dreaded "I'll get back to you" on the sales. That just really used to make me feel horrible inside when people said that to me in the meetings, because it's just closed. And I don't like losing, and I don't like when I hear that, because then it cuts you off completely. You'll never hear from them again. And this bothered me greatly, because not even could you not go forward with trying anything because they don't get back to you, but you don't get any feedback either. Where did you go wrong in the process? And this bothered me greatly, so I decided to work with a few ideas and test a few things to see could I get around it. And I came up with a really good way of handling these objections, right? And here's the thing, I was reading lots of theories of the 10 ways or the 10 objections that you can get around, and here's the 10 strategies for them. I was like, that sounded very complicated. Every time I heard a new thing, I'd have to learn another way of doing this. So I was wondering, could I create one way of handling all objections? And this is what I came up with, right? And there's sort of two, it's the same principle, but sort of two very subtle differences, or the two options have a subtle difference, right? So the first one, when I hear that "I'll get back to you," I go, well, look, I say to them, normally when I hear this, I never hear it back, and I've been doing this a long time, so it never happens. So let's be straight, right? Like, let's be straight. Let's call a spade a spade. What would it take to do business today? And it's a simple, straight question I ask them to answer. Because if you don't ask something like that, then you'll never get the opportunity again to do so. And they'll go, well, look, they'll tell you maybe they didn't like the process, they didn't like the journey, that it's too expensive, it's not exactly a good fit, it's not solving all their problems. But when you get this information from them, now you have something to work with. Maybe it's something that you missed in the sales process. Maybe they didn't hear enough about one element of the service that you actually provide, but you didn't tell them about it. You know, maybe it's more documentation they need. So you're giving yourself one last chance to close the deal. And maybe there's not an option to do that, but at least you gave it a try. At least you're not going to fall back on it because you made a mistake, because not always people are willing to give you information. If they don't see something quickly, they'll just go, no, I'm okay now, I'll call you back. You'll get that because you're assuming that they're really good at what they do. Maybe they don't have all the answers, or they don't have the confidence to tell you unless you ask them. So that is one way to do it. And again, the second option, very similar, when they say I'll call you back. And again, I'll say something similar. So let's call a spade a spade. You're trying to handle reject me subtly, right? And that's okay, I get it, because normally I never hear back from people when they say that. And then they go, well, look, assuming we're not moving forward now, I'd love to get some feedback from you. Where did we fall down? I know you're in the market for something like this, but where did we fall down? And again, it leads back to, well, I didn't hear about this in your service, you didn't provide this information, or this features what it does, or the emotion, you didn't create that bond, and all the same things, at least the same thing, because maybe you will then have something to work with. But also, not only do you have something to work with, you have valuable feedback that you wouldn't have got, that the next time that you're in this position, you know what to make sure you include in your pitch to ensure you're not going to lose something on something silly that you've done. So these are the ways I like to handle objections. And again, doesn't guarantee you getting the sale, but at least you'll make sure you didn't lose the sale because of something you didn't share or didn't do. And also, you've got some feedback that you can then build into the next time you're in this situation. And then if it's something that you did, maybe there's an opportunity to actually sell to this particular prospect. And it makes sure that you're closing it on your grounds as well, which I believe is uber important when you're doing sales, that you can walk away knowing, okay, I tried everything. And that's really important. I hope this makes sense. Hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.